How were you able to get this picture?
Somebody came me.
Yeah.
I'm using an iPhone now. iPhone has a screen reader for blind persons. I'm using this iPhone 7. It's not magic like normal iPhone we use. So there's a screen reader called VoiceOver that reads everything displayed on the text. With that VoiceOver, I'm able to chat, WhatsApp, Messenger, Facebook, Instagram. I'm able to send mails. I'm able to make calls.
You are currently in navigation mode. Navigate lock using the tab key and arrow keys. Use left and right arrow keys to move. Alt Shift O. One enter the region. One navigation structure read there plus 111 level 1 to activate resistance. Close this view site verify. Close this pair updated pin. Dismiss this color.
How many blocks is there?
Updated field. You want proper paragraph button. Close this view site paragraph button.
Press Ctrl S first.
Control S.
Okay. No, do it. Now go.
Close this view site button.
Oh.
This view.
Oh.
Options supplementing set line. Options supplementing this view. Close this view site paragraph button. Updated text. You want properly option.
According to findings, 15% of the world's population experience some form of disability. Persons with disabilities on average as a group are more likely to experience adverse socioeconomic outcomes such as less education, poorer health outcomes, lower levels of employment and higher poverty rates. Special needs can be described as any of various difficulties such as a physical, emotional, behavioral or learning disability or impairment that causes an individual to require additional or specialized services. Many would agree with me that people with some form of disability don't get recognition in the society. Some of them are abandoned and left to wander about. But should disability stop one from being useful for himself and the society? Deformation, they say, at times does not stop you from getting informed. Life Inside Life crew Michael Adekunle and Efe Johnson recently had an interview with a young, brilliant Nigerian called Jolomi, precisely a person with special needs who in his disability showcased his ability by impacting people with special needs like him and changing his society for good. Jolomi's life story is touching as he opened up to us how he became blind and how he and his parents tried so hard to find solutions to his disability. We will join Jolomi after this short break.
There's a word we used the last time we came here.
We are the I.
No, we.
Okay.
We used, or I in particular,
Okay.
used, and you said no. You don't call us less
Less
privileged.
privileged.
So, what can you tell us that's what it is?
Okay, the word to use. Persons with special needs.
Persons with special needs. All right. What's all about that? How do you feel about one calling you less privileged?
How do I feel
Yeah.
about the word less privileged?
Yeah.
Well, the word itself, less privileged, can means people who are it can be financially. Some people are financially down. People who are mentally down. People who have social. People who can't socialize. People who don't have a voice. You understand? But generally, the word
Special need.
The word special needs encompasses every person that needs someone, that needs one help or the other. It may not be financial, it may be technological, it may be welfare. You understand? So it's not all about financial. So in to keep it simple, special needs or persons with special needs in this context here are disabled persons who don't have the means to get certain things to help them survive or to help them cope with the society. That is what special needs.
Okay, let's go deep into the issue now. Now, can you tell us your story? Can we know things about you? How come did you, or how did you find yourself in this kind of position or condition?
Okay. My name is Jolomi George Fenemio. I'm from Delta State. I'm a mass communication graduate from the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, OGBA. I graduated in 2014. I was the only blind student. As at that time I entered, I got admission. I was the only blind student in the school. So my presence in the school as a blind person also, I was more like a trailblazer for others to follow suit. Then a lady joined, a visually impaired lady joined after I joined then. So that's it. So after graduating, I started I worked here to there, went to so many companies, so many organizations, so many places to look for a job, but I didn't find a job. Apparently getting a job as a visually impaired is an Herculean task. It is very difficult for a visually or a disabled person. Let me generalize it. It is very difficult for a disabled persons to secure a job. But prior to my admission to NIJ, prior to me even graduating, I've always loved technology. I've already loved assistive technology for the blind. That is why I am a strong advocate for assistive devices for blind and visually impaired persons. So I've always had that passion. So when I realized that time was going and I felt hopeless because I couldn't get a job. I had to withdraw into my inner conscience and think about things. As in, I reflected a lot. That okay, for you to survive, even though you don't have a job, let's come up with something that the society needs. Something that the community is lacking. And what is that? Training centers for visually impaired persons to come learn how to use the computer, learn how to use mobile devices, learn how to use assistive technology designed for the blind in particular. So I thought about that. Okay, fine, that seems to be a good idea. I have the knowledge. I know how to use the computer very well. I'm also grounded in programming from HTML to Python to PHP and all that. Why not just, I'm also good in using phones, iPhone, Androids, tablets. Why not just create a computer center that will train these persons? And I can make a living out of it. And hence the establishment of this training center we're standing in now. We are not there yet. I really need support, financial support, to really bring this place up to speed. I really need financial support to buy more computers here, to buy more devices so blind persons can use, computers, laptops, and tablets. I even need an AC here because this desktop computers we have here, they need a cooling system. But I believe I will get there with the special grace of God and with the assistance of good-hearted persons out there. I know I will get there. So I always have this belief that we keep saying the government are not employing disabled persons, the private sectors are not disabled persons. Are not employing disabled persons. We ourselves are disabled persons. We are disabled persons. How are we sure that when we get employed, we're able to perform tasks? We're able to do one thing or the other on our own. We shouldn't be waste of space in a company. We shouldn't be just the bench warmers, because there are some people, I will tell you, they go to work, those in civil service, they go to work, they sit down 8 to 4, they do nothing, they go back. They only just to go there, mark register and go. Some will just go there, mark register and go. Some will sit down doing nothing. The employers themselves, they're not even taxing this set of blind or disabled person. But if you have that knowledge, you know how to browse the internet, you know how to use check emails, you know how to manage social networks, digital marketing, you know how to monitor websites, you know how to monitor social networks, you know how to create a spreadsheet, you know how to write documents in Microsoft Word, you know how to use Excel. You that will tell your guy, okay, I can do this, bring it. You need to do this, I can do it, don't worry, I will do it. And once the employees know that you're really competent, they'll start giving you more tasks. But I'm telling you, the number of computer illiterates from disabled community is still very low. The number of disabled computer illiterates in the disabled community is still very low.
Now let me bring you back. Yes, most of what you said sound mysterious to me. I've been watching you. I watched some of your videos. I saw the way you were teaching students. Now, how did you start using the computer? How did you start it?
Okay.
Because you're not seeing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Now, how do you use the keyboard, the monitor?
The mouse and all that. Yeah. Okay. Let me go down history a little bit, and I'll answer your question. Okay. Before I got blind, like I said before, I've always had passions for computer. I always say this. I always wanted to become before I got blind, I always wanted to become a data analyst for the military. That was my goal. But when I got blind, I believed, I'm blind now. What can a blind person do with computer? So slowly, I started withdrawing from that aspiration and started partying new ways for finding what other courses I can do as a visually impaired. People suggested journalism, which I did. People suggested law. But as I was new to the blind community, so I didn't know nothing. But as I drew more into the blind community, I got into the blind community, I realized that there are softwares designed by human beings like me and you to help blind persons use a computer. Like now, all the computers I have here have a software called JAWS, JAWS, which stands for JAWS Access with Speech. Job, J-O-B, Job Access with Speech. That's what JAWS stands for. Now, JAWS is a Windows software, Windows PC software that reads everything displayed, that announces everything displayed on the computer screen with the use, and also comes with the use of shortcuts. And that is why you made mention of keyboard earlier. I'm sorry, as a blind person, The only thing we use on the keyboard is to type and navigate. We don't use the mouse. A blind person don't use the mouse. I can use a computer without a mouse, but everything I can do with a mouse, I can equally do it with a keyboard with the help of shortcuts. You understand? So the other software tools like JAWS is another one again, NVDA, non-desktop visual access. Now, the difference between NVDA, the one major difference between NVDA and JAWS is not free. JAWS is paid for and it's worth over 600,000 naira now, just for the software. While NVDA is free. NVDA is free, but people tend to use JAWS over NVDA because it is more usable, it is more easier to use than NVDA. You understand? But that's another problem we disabled persons or we blind persons in particular are facing in this community. The prices of these assistive devices are very, very, very expensive. Now, can I even afford 600,000 to go and buy a software? I can't now. All the computers I have here, all the software I have on these computers, they were donated by me and they are old versions. I'm still using 2016. I'm still using the version of 2016. And we're in what year? We're in 2001.
You established yourself.
Yes. Wow. You understand? So I'm still using them, and this is expensive. I mean, in 2001, a new version again came out this year. A more better upgraded version that has more features. Like I heard now with this feature now, with this feature in this 2021 version, a blind person can now read, can now know what a picture, what's in a picture. Whether it's a file, JPG, 3GP, PNG, or even GIF. There's the software, this same JAWS software can tell you what, they can describe what the picture is all about. But this 2016 version I have can't do it.
Initially, I thought you were born this way until you got talking and said when you lost your sight. Now, can you tell us what led to you losing your sight?
Okay, thank you very much. I got blind in 2003. It was the day after I wrote my final papers, WAEC. I remember I wrote WAEC. I wrote my Yoruba paper. Okay, after writing the paper, in our secondary school now, we like playing after school. You understand? Since it's the last day of the school now, so we played a lot. I go home normally around 6 o'clock in the evening. I go home, I ate my food, went to bed. The next day I just couldn't see again. That's how it happened. It first started with cataracts. I woke up the next day and everything, I started seeing white clouds in my eyes, white clouds, as in I was not seeing clearly. There was a cloud blocking my view. So I went to the hospital after spending thousands of money from cataracts. They said I had glaucoma. From glaucoma, at the point I just told my folks, that's my parents, that the money we spent on this eyes is getting too much and there are other expenses that needs to be taken care of. So let me cope and see. Let me just see if I can cope with this reality now. Stop wasting money. So that was how my parents were. I had to back my parents down from pursuing me seeing again. So I just told them, because I had other siblings. I wasn't the only child now, and we're spending close to $1 million just for eyes.
Was there any efforts you people made?
No, I'm still blind. The same thing.
You didn't go to any standard hospital? Or
I went for both public and private hospitals. At the end of the day, although people recommended go there, they will do it, but I said no.
Did you go spiritual?
I did. Oh, brother, don't get me started. Real Bonky, all his crusades, I attended it. I went to different churches. Of course, I did go spiritual. Of course.
Like picked out? I mean, out of the crowd?
I was
Out
not
of the
picked out,
competition?
no, but I went with the belief that my faith will set me free. You understand? My faith will heal me. So I didn't really get picked out, but I thank God for that. So I'm still living.
Did you make any efforts? Your parents make any efforts to see the ministers of God?
Yes.
One-on-one?
Yes, there was even a popular pastor in one church in Ogbala. We met one-on-one, but I don't know. Things didn't go well according to plan, so we gave that up. But I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth, which people may find very strange. If God was to come down or meet me and ask me to make just one wish, do you know what wish that would be? God should just make me successful. That's what I want. Forget the eyes. I won't lie, it was difficult at the beginning, but I think as I've reached a level whereby I feel with or without sight, I can still make it in life. You understand? I don't need to have sight to own a car or to own a house. After all, I won't be the first. I have a lot of friends who own cars, who own houses. Not just houses. And they're blind. So it's all about what I want to do in life. And this is what I want to do in life.
Did you try the African Black Powers?
No, I didn't. I never believed in that, so I didn't.
Traditional powers?
Yes, I never believed in that.
Why?
You know, I believe in the Almighty God, and I don't believe in all these hocus pocus jargons. I'm sorry, I don't believe in it.
Don't believe in tradition.
Yes.
Okay, there is something I would want you to do for us now. I'm sorry. I would want you to locate where your systems are, where they are positioned right now in this office.
Okay.
Can you do that for us?
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to have a computer here, but it's there now.
Wow.
This is my first computer. I titled it Desktop 1, Desktop 2. These are the CPUs. Then this is the keyboard. And this is Desktop 3.
Bravo. That's nice. That's nice.
Over here. Over here, I have my lamination machine. And after you have my printer, my 3-in-1 printer. Then this is the computer I This is my share. I use the working.
Okay, this is your personal shit.
This is my business.
Wow.
Personal share. Well, actually, because I don't have a laptop, I don't have money to buy a laptop.
You don't have a laptop?
I don't have a laptop. My laptop or the board got damaged.
Okay.
I was beyond repair. So I now have to remove one computer from keep it here and turn this one to a main computer.
Wow.
You understand? Although the computer is not as fast as my former laptop. My former laptop was a Core i5, 4 gig RAM, 500 gig, 2.5 megahertz Windows 10 PC. But this one is not as fast as it. So I'm just managing it. But I know God will send someone to me.
Can you look if where your sockets are?
My socket, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, there's a socket here, which I use for I have an extension under this table. I have a UPS under here. This is where the extension is pulled up to. When it comes down, you can come down here. I have another extension there. I have an extension. I have another socket here with an extension on the table. With another socket under here. Yeah, under here, another socket. So, that is this computer. And I have this in the past.
No, don't stress yourself. You don't
I can jump very high.
don't touch it. Touch it. Sometimes do you feel bad that you're blind?
It's a normal thing. Even the sighted, there are the days whereby they are their lowest. They feel like ending everything. They feel like all hope is lost. But things has a way of turning around. Of course, I feel bad at times being a visually impaired, but it comes with the job. That's what I would say. It comes with the job. It comes with the job, of course.
Do you flex? Do you enjoy yourself? Do you
I-
find time to relax?
I do not allow my disability get the best of me. I go out to clubs, I go out to bars, I go out with my friends to catch fun. I'm sorry, because people, I don't know, Nigerians have this mentality that once you're blind, you should remain one place. I dey waka o. I dey waka. I dey waka go.
So apart from this business, what other businesses
Apart
have you
from
been
this,
doing?
apart from this
Or do you
business,
do?
I have an NGO. As a matter of fact, this place also doubles as my NGO. The name of my NGO is registered. The name of my NGO is called Center for Infrastructural and Technological Advancement for the Blind. So this place actually doubles as my NGO. Yes. So
Now presently, do you stay with your parents or you stay?
I stay in my family house presently, yes, but I'm planning to move out very soon, ending of this year.
Why?
Huh? It's something I just have to do. It's necessary now. It's
You married?
very necessary. You said?
Are you married?
I'm not married, but I have a girlfriend. Yes,
Wow.
I have a girlfriend. She's sighted.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Can you take us into the journey of the relationship?
Okay, I met her we met online, and thankfully she's studying special education. That's education for the disabled, for the special needs. So she herself understands what it takes to be a disabled person. She understands that very, very much. So, but the issue there is it's a long distance relationship. She schools in Akwa Ibom, University of Uyo. But she's been here so far. Okay, July made it a year we've been together. And she has been, in between a year, she's been down to Lagos twice already. She only comes whenever she's on break. So, as a matter of fact, she just left like 2 weeks ago.
Is there any plan of getting married to her?
Yes, that's what we are working towards. By special grace of God, we'll definitely get there. You're invited, of course.
Wow. Lastly, before we go,
Okay.
your advice to people that feel the people with special needs are not relevant to the society.
Okay. Well, don't give up. Whatever hole, whatever shell, or whatever house you're being locked up in, come out. Before, it's not about you, it's not about people coming to help you, or people coming to reach out to you, or people giving you assistance. You need to ask yourself this question: do I want to make a difference? If you've asked yourself that and you accept to make a difference, please, by all means, leave your disability aside and forge ahead. With or without your disability, you can go far. The sky is not even your limit. It's just a starting point. Take me for example. I know where I was some years ago, but look at me now. I have certain people coming to meet me for help. Technological help, financial help, There's a moral help, moral support. I have people looking up to me now. So you can be that person. Don't give up. Don't feel you're useless or you're hopeless. And one last advice to the government, because I can, as an advocate, I cannot go without addressing the government. Listen to the cries of the disabled community. You claim to run an inclusive society, but you're far from it. You're far from it. There's a lot to be done. Please do the needful. That is where I will end.
Truly, there is always capability in ability and ability in disability, which this young talented man has demonstrated. And we will bring you another part of Jolomi, and where we would have an interview with some family members and students in the classroom, we say goodbye. Make sure you subscribe on the channel, click on the notification button for latest videos. Lastly, keep sharing our videos. Thanks for watching.